What's up, family? This stream should be coming through. What is up? What it do? Hey, hey, hey. Hello, hello, hello. Yes, we got action here. Okay. I am learning something new here. Yeah, I think I'm in the building, y'all. I'm learning something new. I done figured out how to stream. Wait, why does it say upcoming? I need this to start right now. Okay, we're started. What's up? Kezia, what's up, Kezia? Peace to you. Peace, Mad Titan. Peace, peace. Y'all, listen, I done tapped into some new technology right now. Done tapped into some new technology. Figuring out how to live stream, y'all. What is up? What it do? Listen, we got to talk about this healing process. I want to talk to y'all about the healing process. I want to talk to y'all about what healing actually is. What is the goal? What are you seeking to accomplish? Right? I think a lot of times we think about healing as if we're just doing something to our physical bodies, and that definitely plays a part in it as well. But I want to talk about healing. So before we jump into it, for y'all who are in here right now, what does healing mean to you? I want you to tell me what healing actually means to you. Those of you who are in the chat, Kezia, Mad Titan, the Kayla, Glow Baby, what does healing mean to y'all? What is it actually? Y'all let me know, because I have my idea, and I think as we are on this spiritual path, all of us, we consider healing to be something different. We consider it to be, only applied to maybe a few things. What's up? Peace, Ruby. What's up? We're about to talk about my healing process. Yes, I like that. I like that a lot, Dakayla. And I hope I'm saying your name right. I, yeah, I think so. Inner peace with self, definitely. That is definitely a part of healing. That is something that I love. Inner peace with self is definitely a goal whenever we're talking about this healing work. And what I want to talk to y'all about today is how do you actually do that, right? No. Oh, God, no. What is it? Tequila? I want to get it right. I like getting people's names correctly. I feel like I have a skill, a gift at that. What's up, people coming in on IG Live? We're talking about this healing work. What is it? How do you heal? Why do you heal? So on and so forth. All right. So first thing we got to know, why do we even heal? Well, first of all, because when we have dissatisfaction in life, right? When you are not content with life, when you are not happy with the way your life is going, when you are not satisfied with what you're manifesting and what you are experiencing, and not to mention, or let me also add, when you have uncomfortabilities in your body, obviously that lets you know that there's some healing that needs to take place. All right. So again, healing doesn't have to be something so traumatic, even though for a lot of us, we are healing from trauma. But when you are dissatisfied with any aspect of your life, be it relationships, money, creativity, your job, your thoughts, your emotions, that is a sign that there is something that needs to be healed. Crimson says releasing shame and guilt for what you've been through, appreciating and integrating it into your life. Yes, that is exactly what we're talking about, Crimson. How do we transmute, release, transform how we think about our past situations and circumstances? So yes, absolutely, right? We heal so that we can have internal peace in our minds, in our bodies, and in our hearts. And this peace, y'all, the peace that you can obtain within your mind, within your heart, within your body, this is where freedom actually comes from. All right? Freedom is not anything that you can get materially. Freedom is not vacations. Freedom is not a business. Freedom is not a relationship. Freedom really is peace of mind, body, spirit. That's what freedom really is. And that freedom is trusting that everything, every experience that you've had is working out in your favor. So that's kind of how this healing process, why this healing process is so important. And so I want to tell you guys my healing process and the healing process that I'm going to teach in great detail in womb alchemy, okay, specifically for the goddesses. But on a very general level, there are 3 things that must take place in order for you to heal. The first thing is discover. So Crimson said releasing shame and releasing guilt. The first aspect in healing is discovering where that shame, where that guilt, where that disappointment, discovering where that dissatisfaction in life actually starts. Okay? In order for you to heal anything, you got to know the root, right? You got to know the actual cause of it. And I recognize that a lot in consultations that I do. People know the symptoms. They know, okay, I don't like my job. They know I can't stay in a relationship. They know it's hard for me to, keep money in my bank account. They know those things, right? But they don't know where the root of those things come from. They don't know what in their subconscious mind is actually creating that experience. So the first aspect of healing is discovering what is the root cause of your dissatisfaction in life. Okay? Where does that thing stem from? Right? It ain't that you just cannot create abundance. It isn't that you just can't manifest a business. It isn't that you just can't, manifest a relationship, so on and so forth. That is a symptom of something else. That is an effect to a totally different cause. So the first process in healing is getting down to the cause, getting down to the root. And that's the discovery process. Okay? And in this process, the way that you can start recognizing it, one is by realizing your triggers, right? When you are triggered, when you get frustrated, when you get mad, when you get, upset, when you get any of these emotions that we don't want to be feeling on a regular basis, whenever you are experiencing it, that is a sign that something within you needs to be healed, needs to be transformed, needs to be transmuted, right? We read it in the book, The 4 Agreements, right? Don't take anything personal. And that is so hard, right? Let me know in the chat, put a hand up in the chat just like this, if you've ever struggled with taking things personally. I know I have. I'm still working on taking things personally, on not taking things personally. Put a hand in the chat like, yeah, girl, that's me. I struggle with taking things personally. It's not easy. It's not easy to not feel like people are coming for you, or people are doing this, or people are doing that. But that is a sign, again, of something you need to work with. Ain't nobody in the... Okay, thank you. Cryptic Gold, thank you on IG. Thank you, TNT Ramsey. Thank you, Ashley. Okay? Somebody understands where I was coming from. I was like, y'all, don't make me feel like I'm alone in this thing. I know I'm not the only person that be taking things personally sometimes. But the beautiful thing in that is that it is an opportunity for you to heal. Okay? It indeed is an opportunity for you to heal, for you to transform. Like I just said, when you are dissatisfied, when you want more, when you want to manifest more, you have to tap into yourself to say, okay, what is blocking me? What needs to be healed? What needs to be transformed in order for me to manifest greater? See, healing is not always about a physical ailment. It's not always about an emotional ailment or a mental ailment. It's like an interweaving of all of those things. Because what is happening in the mental and emotional realm, right, is what we end up manifesting in the physical. So when you are starting your healing process, you get to observe your physical reality, observe your relationships, observe your bank account, observe all of these things. Hold on, y'all, because I'm live on IG too, and I'm having some right? So you want to observe all of these things for you to get an understanding on, again, what is the root cause of these manifestations. All right? And something that is so important, I'm going to tell y'all, this is no joke. It is so important to have an accountability partner whenever you are doing this healing work. Okay? It is so important to have an accountability partner whenever you are doing this healing work. Listen, before Dream and I got together, I understood meditation. I understood what I needed to do, but it was so easy for me to retract and go back into those old habits because I didn't have someone there being like, you said you was going to stop doing that and you still doing it. I didn't have anybody there to do that for me, to challenge me to keep going, to move forward, to tell me when I'm fucking up, right? I didn't have nobody there to do that. And so a lot of y'all are on your healing journey and you know what it is that you're trying to do. You know what it is that you're trying to accomplish and manifest, but you don't have somebody in your corner that's like, you falling back, okay? You falling back into those old traps. Okay, why didn't you do your meditation today? Why didn't you do your yoga today? Why didn't you do some work in your business? Why didn't you finish that assignment that you had from that school or that course or whatever? When you don't have that accountability partner, it is so easy to not hold yourself responsible for what you do and what you do not do. So as you are in the healing process, you need a support system. Okay? You also need somebody to just bounce ideas off of. All right? Y'all let me know in the chat if you have an accountability partner when it comes to your healing work or when it comes to manifesting anything. Do you have somebody in your corner that is like, okay, you said you was going to do this today. Did you do it? Oh, you didn't do it? Well, why you didn't do it? Oh, well, that's a lame excuse for not moving forward in the direction that you desire. Okay? Or if they catch you slipping, hey, you slipping, get it together. Who has an accountability partner and who does not? Y'all let me know in the chat. Because I'm telling you, having that accountability partner, having somebody that you have to like check in with to make sure that you're staying on your spit, if you don't have that, then you know it's difficult. Yeah, my friends, I'm my own accountability partner. Exactly, it's just this. Yeah, and listen, you definitely have to learn to discipline yourself. But when you're trying to take your game, when you're trying to take your business, when you're trying to take your transformation, your healing to another level, you need an accountability partner, y'all. It's kind of one of those unwavering things. You have to have one because we let ourselves down all the time. Right? We say, you know what, I'm gonna work out today. I'm gonna eat healthy today. I'm gonna meditate today. And we don't do it. And, you know, we may be like, damn, you didn't do it again. Or we may do that. But the level of, because we always want to be perceived in the best light possible. We always want to be perceived in the best light possible, especially to the people who we respect. So your accountability partner has to be someone that you respect. You always want to be in the best light possible to those that you love and those that you respect. So when you come to your accountability partner, you tell them, I didn't do this, or I'm falling back into these old habits, you're going to be like, no, I don't like this feeling. I don't like this feeling. So therefore, I got to keep moving forward. All right. So as you are moving forward in the healing process, you definitely want to have someone in your corner who supports you wholeheartedly, who loves you, who wants to see the best for you, right? So that you indeed can manifest the changes that you desire to have. All right? So the first step in any healing process, doesn't matter what it is, you can be talking about your body, you can be talking about your finances, you can be talking about your relationships. No matter what you are dealing with, the first thing when it comes down to healing is really getting to the root of it, right? Which is discovering what the root is. And that can be difficult sometimes because our ego a lot of times doesn't want us to really feel the hurt, the pain, the disappointment, the rejection, the abandonment. Your ego doesn't want you to feel that, so it'll keep you playing on a very surface level. Okay? Your ego will keep you just on the surface, because if you go any deeper, you're going to be pulling up some things that have caused you some hurt, some things that may have caused you some pain. So the ego just keeps it even keel. How many of y'all have ever had an experience like that, where you want to know the deeper meaning of something, but your ego was like protecting you from it? Your ego was like, nah, let me protect you from this. You don't want to feel this. Right? I know my ego has done it to me, to where I done been like, I know I need to go deeper. I know there's another layer to what is going on within me, but for some reason I can't get there. And that's the ego really protecting you. That's the ego really trying to protect you. Anybody ever been there? Ego like, no, we're not gonna look into that trauma, right? We're not gonna cry it out. We don't want to see that. We don't want to think about that. But that is stopping you from getting to where you gotta go. Right? So when you have an accountability partner, when you have someone who can communicate with you and engage with you, right? They can ask you the right questions that are going to help you to go deeper. They can ask you the right questions that are going to cause you to really ponder what is going on and where this stuff stems from. You got to have somebody you can bounce ideas off of. This healing journey is not meant to be embarked upon alone. Yes, it is going to affect you, the spirit, the soul, but you're not meant to do it alone. That's why we have great teachers like Bobby Hemming. That's why we have great teachers like Brother Panic, myself, Dream Wise, Spirit Doula. Anybody that you look at is there to serve as a support system and to serve as someone that can help you to navigate the unknown. All right? So you need those accountability partners. So the next step for me, once I kind of discover what my shit is, through my triggers, through my trauma, right? Through when I get upset. See, I've been realizing right now, this is so crazy, right? I've been realizing right now how much my children really give me an opportunity to heal some childhood trauma. Like with my kids, we got to do some reading activities. I got to tell them how awesome they are, because they really are. And I just have to go above and beyond for them, because I realized that there were some aspects of myself, there were some things I would have liked as a child that I didn't receive. Right? And so when my kids trigger me, based off of them not being serious about a book that I'm reading to them, or when I say something to them and they don't listen, or things like that, it gives me an opportunity to really see, like, damn, I really would have liked to have some of these things as a child, and now that I'm trying to give it to my children and they're not really receptive of it, it's making me feel some type of way, right? It's making me feel some type of way. And so those experiences really let me know, okay, there's some inner child work that I really got to do. Right? So that's how this healing work actually takes place. So that's where we actually start. And once you start to see, like, oh, I'm triggered because of this experience. I feel some type of way because of that experience, or because so-and-so did this, and this is what I went through as a child. Once you get down to that, you got to start meditating on that thing so that you can really start to realize the higher vibrational aspect, right? I think a lot of times we think that the shit that we've been through is just so bad, like it's the end all be all, and that we can't get a blessing from it, right? And that's just not true. Anything that you have ever been through is so that you can grow, is so that you can transform, is so that you can be your best self. But again, it's hard to see that because our ego, our shadow self, our emotional body is so thick that we can't see the beauty in a traumatic situation, right? We can't see how this breakup, how this whatever the situation may be, how even being broke at one point in time helped you to be your best self. It's so hard to see that. And so what you have to do in this healing process, you have to ask spirit, God, the divine, whatever you resonate with. You have to ask that energy to give you clarity of thought, to actually renew your mind. Because you cannot take back the experiences that you've had, but you can change how you think of them, how you perceive them, how you feel about it. That's what you can do. Okay? And that's why you would come to a person like me. This is what I help people do. And I'm so grateful for that. I'm so grateful that I have a mind to where I can kind of contort things and shift things to evolve and be its best self, right? So the second part of the healing process is release. Now, the releasing part is a difficult one, y'all. I think this is probably the most challenging part in the healing, right? Can somebody tell me in the chat why they think it is so hard to let go of the things that you know are not serving you? You know that thought process does not serve you. You know, the way that you've been feeling is not healthy. You know the actions that you've been taking is not in alignment with where you're trying to go. Yet and still, you can't let it go. Somebody tell me why you think that is. Why is it so hard to stop doing the things that you know are no longer for you? Why is it so hard, y'all? Let me know in the chat. Why is it so hard? Let me know. Fear of it coming back? That's interesting, Trishina. Fear of it coming back. I would say yes, that is a major key point. I can talk to that because you keep thinking about it instead of finding something else to focus on. It's that momentum. Yes, Glow Baby. Yes, absolutely 100%. I love both of those answers. Both of those answers are absolutely correct, right? So the fear of it coming back, so now you're creating a whole nother entity on top of the entity that thought already is, right? Shay says because they become a big part of your identity, so now you have to let go and create something new. Yes, Shay, people do not want to change who they think they are, even if what they are is what's debilitating them and stopping them from manifesting a new reality. Absolutely. Yes, we have fear of the unknown. We don't know, who am I without my trauma? Who am I without this poverty? Who am I without this toxic relationship? Right? The temporary benefits of it resemble what we actually need. Also, because I'm in survival mode, it feels like a resource for you. It feels like you're in control. Crimson, you coming with some next level psychology stuff on here. I love it. Right, so a lot of people don't want to get uncomfortable. But on a deep metaphysical level, whenever we create these different fragments of ourselves and our minds, because that's what happens. When we experience trauma, we create many different aspects of ourselves, right? You got baby D-Ray, you got teenage Desiree, you got baller D-Ray, you got insecure person, you got abandoned person. You have so many different aspects of your mind who are all seeking for survival. Okay? Each one of these different aspects of yourself are living, breathing, acting, manifesting entities within your mind. Now, I know that may sound crazy as shit, people, but this is real talk. If you ever sit with yourself long enough to listen to the thoughts that are going on in your mind, you will hear so many different personalities. You are like, who is this? Okay? Really think about that, y'all, that you have so many different personalities, right? Mama D-Ray is not the same as Wifey D-Ray. Wifey D-Ray is not the same as teacher, coach D-Ray, right? They're not the same. But I am all of those things. So each of these aspects of your mind are always seeking and searching for survival. They don't want to leave. Your thoughts, your emotions, that fuels these different aspects of yourself, right? Those different traumas, exactly, Glow Baby, those different traumas become a part of you and they don't want to die, okay? These thoughts, these habits, these energies, these emotions, they literally become a part of you. And those aspects of you are always seeking for survival. So how do they survive? They survive by triggering you. They survive by giving you experiences that remind you of why they are right. Right? Okay? And when we don't release them, like literally these different traumatic sides of you or traumatized sides of you, okay? These different thought processes, these different emotions, they literally crave for survival, for attention, right? And don't we say where attention goes, energy flows? So the more attention you give to these aspects of yourself that are no longer serving you, the bigger they become, the more powerful they become, the more alive they become. They literally become energies within your whole field, within your mind, within your emotions. And what do? They seek for opportunities to be reinforced. Think about that, y'all. The traumatized aspects of you, they literally seek for opportunities to be reinforced. And this is why it's hard to release them. Because right when you decide, okay, I want to do something new. I want to be a new person. I want to embody a new energy. Right when you do that, those parts of you, that aspect of you that you want to let go of, it says, well, prove it. Prove that you want to be new. What do you want to do in this situation right now? Oh, and you're going to feel it. You're going to feel it all in your emotions, all in your thoughts. You are going to feel my present. But how are you going to respond or react? Right? See, most of the time we're always reacting in these situations that we know we want to heal. You know you want to stop being a toxic partner. Right? You know you want a healthier body. You know you want to build more prosperity. But right when you experience some adversity, you react. Your heart starts beating fast. Thoughts start going crazy. And all that you are doing right there is fueling up, giving energy to the aspects of you that you are ready to change. Okay? So when you come to a person like me, it is my goal. It is my energy. It is my purpose to help you to come up with and to discover different thought processes, different responses to the same triggers, right? The trigger is not going to change, but the more you can respond to them differently, the more you're actually doing the releasing, the more you're actually transforming, the more you're actually being made anew. Okay? So a lot of times when we keep on having these same experiences repeat over and over again, we get mad. Damn, why is this happening to me again? Why are we having this same argument again? And what you need to do is stop being so external, turn that energy inward, okay? Become fully conscious. This is why the power of now is so important. You want to become fully conscious, and you want to act and make a decision from a place of awareness. Okay? Again, this healing work, part 2, is releasing. But like I said, that releasing part is the hardest part of them all. Okay? And what I teach in womb alchemy and what I teach to people I do my consultations with, I teach you how to transform the energy. Okay? I teach you how to transform it. See, it's a different... This is so deep, y'all. It's so deep, y'all. It's so deep. It is so deep. I mean, it just blows my mind. Okay, let me do my best to explain it to you. When you try to kill off an energy, it fights harder, right? So let's say you have a thought. You have a thought that you're over. You don't want to think about it. You don't want to do this. You don't want to do. You want to stay away from this thought so much. I'm gonna tell you. So years ago, y'all, when I used to be working 2 jobs, y'all, I used to be going hard. I'm like, I got to pay these bills. I got to take care of myself. I got to do all of this, right? Used to be going hard. And my spirit had downloaded to me the reason why you are still struggling to really get comfortable within your finances is because you're always thinking about your finances, right? Spirit was like, you're always thinking about it. And so I tried to kill it. I tried to destroy it by whenever the thought comes in my mind. No, I'm not thinking about that. No, I'm not thinking about that. No, finances are fine. No, we don't have to think about it. It's done. No. I started fighting it like that. And that energy was like, oh, hell no. I'm going to come harder now. When you go to the store to buy the simplest of things, I'm coming into your mind. Whenever you driving in a car, I'm coming into your mind. I'm going to trigger you and taunt you so much that you're always going to be thinking about poverty, money, bills, whatever. And so that's why meditation is so important, y'all, because this is when I started getting into my meditation practice. And so as I started meditating, I started being able to observe what would trigger those thoughts. And instead of me fighting it, I transformed it. Okay? I transformed the thought. And so what would that, in simplest terms, I know y'all probably do this already when it comes down to poverty, but I want you to think about it a different way. So instead of me saying, no, I got it, I'm good, I would just tell myself, abundance is all around me, and whenever I need it, I have it. Abundance is all around me. Whenever I need it, I have it. And I would detach my emotions from the negative thought whenever it would come up. Okay? Something y'all got to understand. Whenever you are in the releasing process, when the thought comes up, whenever the emotion comes up, whenever the trigger happens, whenever the habit happens, there are emotions that are connected to that. And when you judge that you are having the experience again, you are further giving it fuel. Okay? When you judge, you are giving it more fuel. And so instead of fueling up the poverty thought, I started to fuel with my emotions that I have everything that I need. Abundance is all around me, and when I need it, I have it. Abundance is all around me, and when I need it, I have it. Right? So I took away the strong emotion, the guilt, the disappointment, the anger that I was still reliving this toxic habit and thought process. I took away the emotion from that and put that emotion into whenever I need it, I have it. Whenever I need it, I have it. And think about how true that is. I could tell you in my life, that is so true. Right? I've never gone without. I've never not had it. But still, the human experiences will make you feel like you don't have enough. Right? But trusting spirit in this situation was like, whenever you need it, you have it. Whenever you need it, you have it. Whenever you need it, you have it. And so that was a major thing for me. And yes, again, the judgment. As you are releasing, you have to know that you are going to be put to the test to see if what you have been speaking, what you have been preaching, what you have been affirming, to see if you're actually going to live up to it. Right? We're basically just given opportunities. And that's how we have to think about it. We can't think of, oh, here this shit go again. Here I go again, acting the same way, manifesting the same toxicity, doing this, doing that. When you do that, you are putting the stamp on it. You are saying, yes, indeed, this is true. I keep on doing the same stuff. I am not healed. I am not transformed. But when we're releasing, we got to come from a different perspective. Right? Like Crimson says, we got to go from being theoretical to practical. So we have to start putting these things in practice when the experiences are presented. And the more we do this, the more we release. The more we do this, the more we release. The more we are renewed. Okay? Ashe in the chat. Put an ashe in the chat if you are ready to continue passing the test whenever you are re-triggered, whenever you are doing those same things, having those same thoughts. Put an ashe in the chat if you are ready to take it one experience at a time. It is one experience at a time. One moment at a time. Yes. Queen Ivy 007. Yeah, shout out to the Ashe. Right? So one moment at a time. And each time you pass the test, each time you have control over your emotions instead of letting your emotions have control over you, you're healing. You're actually in the healing process. So again, the first step in the healing process is discovery. You got to discover and get to know why you do the things you do, why you say what you say, why you act the way you act, why you believe the way you believe, why you feel the way you feel. And when we're talking about discovery, we're not just talking about the symptoms. See, I had the poverty mindset because my mama always told me money don't grow on trees. When money is paper, so if we're really talking about it, money does grow on trees, but that's what I was taught. I was taught that money didn't grow on trees, right? Some of my childhood experiences kind of made me insecure, lacked belief and trust in myself. And in my mind, I can go to those specific experiences. I can go exactly to where it happened, where my belief or my lack of belief, my lack of trust in self, where it actually stemmed from. Okay? And if you cannot do that, if you cannot go back to the traumatic experience, no matter how big or small, if you cannot go back to that experience, get you a facilitator, get you someone like me or someone else out here who does consultations and stuff that can actually get down or help you to get down to the root of this thing. Because if you don't get down to the root, if you keep on dealing with the symptoms, right, stuff is going to keep popping up. You're going to continue to be triggered. Right? We see it all the time in relationships. We see it all the time in terms of money. You think, okay, this is a toxic person. This is a toxic relationship. You keep on triggering me. I'm about to go find somebody else. You go in the relationship with somebody else and they trigger you the same way, just a different face. Or let's say you hit big, you make some money, you doing good, you living your best life, you traveling, you doing this, you doing that, but you still have a poverty mindset. You still don't trust that abundance comes to you. You still don't believe that you are worthy of abundance. And so money's going like this. Okay? But when you get to the root of it, like I just told you, I was told money don't grow on trees. So I had to get to the root of that and understand why my mom was saying those things to me. And I had to increase my self-worth. I had to increase my self-value. Okay? So as we are releasing, it's just a continuous purging process, peeling back layer after layer after layer after layer. Right? This is how we do this work. Again, understand you're dealing with some very powerful energy. We are talking about magical entities. And they don't want you to change. Right? Because your change means their death, means their transformation. So they don't want you to do that. Okay? So you got to know how to do alchemy. You got to know how to transform. You got to know how to take things from one state of being to another. I'm ready to teach my goddesses how to do that in womb alchemy. It is going down. Discovery, release. The last thing after you release is you got to fully embrace it. See, a lot of times we like to thank Ganesha, Shakti, Shiva, Isis, Osiris, Ma'at, Oshun, right? All of the different energies, God, Jesus, whoever it is that you resonate with, praise, whatever, give worship to. We like to externalize that energy. And I want you to know, it says, be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. So if you manifest some healing, you manifest some change, you manifest some growth, you manifest some transformation, there's something that you had to do within your mind. Okay? And y'all, let me tell you, I really came up with womb alchemy a year ago. And you know how you always know that there's something special about you, that there's something awesome about you, but that thing is not like being manifested outwardly. You know how you be like, damn, like I know I'm the bomb. I know I'm dope. There's something in me that is just whispering in my ear, telling me that I'm genius, telling me that there's something that I have that is beautiful, that is divine. Y'all let me know in the chat if you have that deep inner knowing. If you have that deep inner knowing that there is something within you that is amazing, that is powerful, that is dope, that is just genius. Let me know in the chat if you have that. 100, right? And for so many years, I always knew that. Because I've always been, I've just always been me and, But I was going through these life experiences that were not affirming that and confirming that to me and weren't validating that to me. Better yet, I was seeking for validation from people outside of me. Right? And that's from childhood experiences. I was literally a star athlete all my life, right? A star athlete, best on the team, MVPs, all of these things like that. And that made my mom very proud. It made my mom and my dad very proud, right? So they were always congratulating me when I did something, but they were not congratulating me for just being me, They were not congratulating me for just being Desiree. They weren't. It was, you got 20 points in that game today. You got 20 kills in that game today. You got all A's. You did this. You did that. Oh my God. You're doing amazing. And that's totally masculine energy. We'll talk about that in womb alchemy. Right? So they were doing all of those things, but they never told me I was great just because. I was beautiful just because. I was smart just because. I was genius just because. I had to produce results. And that's good in some ways, but as a woman and as a man, as divine beings, you need to know that you are great just because you exist, just because you breathe, just because you are here. That's why. And then everything else that you produce, everything else that you create, everything else that comes from you, that's just icing on top of the cake. But just who you are is amazing. And so womb alchemy was birthed because I wanted to feel and I wanted to be and I wanted to create and I wanted to manifest from that goddess space. Because I knew she was there the whole time. I knew she was there the whole time. I knew it was there the whole time. I felt it the whole time. I'm like, damn, I am really awesome. But for some reason, my external experiences are not validating that for me, are not reassuring that and reaffirming that for me. And I realized it was because I, within myself, didn't fully believe it. And so I had to I had to go and I had to look at my parents. I had to look at what our relationship was like and I had to say, okay, that's why that is. That's why the divine, dope, goddess aspect of me is still kind of hiding behind the shadows. She's not busting out yet because she's fearing disappointment. She's fearing not being liked. She's fearing not excelling. She's fearing not being who she knows she is. Okay? And so once I discovered that through my womb work, through my meditating, through really connecting with myself as a woman, once I did that, thanks to my accountability partner, right, Dream, golly, we had to have some talks, tough conversations. But once I discovered those things, I started to release them and just do alchemy on them. I had to tell myself, I validate myself. I love myself. I am dope as I am, right? I had to tell myself these things. And when the situation, for example, creating a YouTube page, going live on IG, these were not things that I innately felt comfortable with doing. But in my releasing process, right? In order to prove myself that I was able, that I was validated, that I was dope, that I was special, that I had something to share, I had to do it. I had to do it. I had to put myself out there. And I couldn't care about how people would respond to the message that I had, or to the energy that I brought, or to the energy that I bring, because I'm still bringing it, right? I couldn't trip on that. And that was a part of the releasing process. Okay, I literally had to tell myself, don't go back and look at the comments. Don't rewatch the video. It is out there. It is what it is. Let it be. It's dope. It's great. You did it from your heart. It's great. It's good. Right? But of course, that aspect, go check, go see what people are saying. You go listen to it. Go listen back to it yourself. Critique yourself. Criticize yourself. Is it good? Is it not? But I had to release. And so womb alchemy was really birthed through that healing process. And it is a manifestation of me embracing the goddess that is me, the healer that is me. Okay? So the last step in your healing process is to embrace the new energy, embrace the uncomfortability, embrace being someone new. One of the craziest things that is hard for people to do is accept that other people are not going to see you the same. So many people want to keep me as a basketball player, a volleyball coach. You just want me to be that because that keeps you comfortable, right? But as you are doing your healing work, you have to be okay with people being confused about who you are and what you're doing. Let me tell y'all. As y'all been on y'all's path doing y'all's healing work, y'all let me know in the chat. If people just look at you like, huh? What you say? What you talking about? I don't understand. What do you mean? No, we going to the club. No, we doing this. I just said I'm not doing that anymore. I just said I'm renewed, I'm transformed, I'm different. I just told you I'm a business owner. Why are you telling me I need to get a job? I just told you I'm prosperous. Why are you telling me that I just need to save? You know what I mean? I just told you that I believe in healthy relationships. Why are you telling me that just because I got into a disagreement with my partner that I need to throw the towel in? People are always going to want to keep you in the same space and place that they've known you as before. So as you are in the last step or one of the final steps of your healing process, which is embracing the new energy, one thing you for sure got to do is not care about how you are being perceived by others. If you know within your heart that the work that you are doing and the work that you have done is what is best for you and your spiritual development and your soul development, you got to keep moving in that action. Also, a part of embrace is doing things that make you feel like the God, like the goddess, like the divine, sacred being that you are. You got to worship yourself. You got to give to yourself, give offerings to yourself. You got to find ways on a daily basis to honor you. Okay? This is where healing lies. The more energy, the more love, the more focus you put into honoring and loving you, the more those traumatized, addictive, abandoned, rejected, disappointed, sad, depressed, the more those aspects of you have to die away or be transformed. Okay? The more you can give love, honor, sacred attention to the new aspects of you, the new attitudes that you want to portray, the new confidence, right? The more you give that energy to yourself, the more you are starving those other aspects of you that are no longer in alignment. You got to worship you. Y'all saw the movie American, y'all see the show American, Y'all know American Gods, right? In American Gods, the whole show is about how can we get people to worship us more and more and more and more and more. So what does that say about you? The more you worship yourself, meaning taking your spiritual baths, doing the things that you are like that are healthy, working out, eating good, looking at yourself in the mirror and praising yourself, telling yourself you look good, doing your affirmations, doing your meditations, the more you give love, energy to yourself, the more powerful you become. Right? Where attention goes, energy flows. So the more attention I give to my divine self, the more attention I give to who I really am, to who I truly am at a spiritual soul level, the more energy and attention I give to that aspect of myself, the more that part of me is strengthened. And the more that aspect is strengthened, the less power, the less energy those other aspects of you that are no longer in alignment have. The less fuel they have, right? The less power, the less impact they have on your life. If you are ready to stop giving energy and impact and power to these other aspects, it is time to do this healing work. If you are tired of being dissatisfied, if you are tired of being discontent, if you are tired of being sad, mad, angry, if you are tired of being poor, if you are tired of being broke, if you are tired of not being able to live the life that you truly desire, if you are tired of aches, pains, ailments within your body, if you are tired of not being able to create, not being able to manifest, you got healing work to do. And the first thing that you have to do in that is really discover where the belief and where the emotion that is manifesting that reality, where is it coming from at the root? Right? If you in my consultations, this is what I help people get down to. That's the first thing. The first thing that we do is we get down to the root. And then once we start doing that one-on-one coaching, right? That's when we start doing the alchemy on the thoughts, right? That's when we start transforming the thoughts. That's when we start finding different radical action that can be taken that is going to help transmute that energy, right? So first you got to transform the thought, transform how you feel. And then once you do that, the action that you start taking is actually going to impact your results on the mental, spiritual, energetic level. But it comes with thought. It comes with mind and heart first. All right? So after you discover, you release. You do that releasing work. And then lastly, you got to embrace. You got to embrace the new energy. No matter how uncomfortable, no matter how foreign, no matter how different it may be, you got to thrive on it. You got to expand on it. All right? Listen, I am teaching all of this stuff in very specific detail for my goddesses. Look, I am ready for you. I am ready for you as a woman to really live as a goddess, to really manifest as a goddess, to really, the energy that you feel when you connect with yourself and you're operating in your purpose and you're operating in your passion, it's undeniable. It is so powerful. It gets you up and going every day. Okay? And in womb alchemy, we're going to get I'm going to tell you ladies where each of these womb afflictions, I'm going to tell you where we're going to just get into it. We're going to get into it. You know, womb alchemy is a 3-week course so that during the first week, on that first Sunday, I can help the ladies to discover where their issues come from, right? They will come from your ancestors, your relationships, childhood traumatic experiences. Are you too masculine? You know, maybe even too feminine. The first week, we're just discovering, peeling back the layers of ourselves to really discover what the root is. That second week in womb alchemy, we're releasing. I'm going to tell you how to do alchemy on your thoughts. I'm going to tell you how to transform them. I'm going to tell you how to see the other side of the coin. Right? I'm going to tell you the importance of fasting, of bathing, of working out in order to process and release that low vibrational energy. That last week of womb alchemy is straight up goddess worship. Embracing yourself, loving yourself, honoring yourself. Okay? It is going down, y'all. This healing work is no joke, and I am so excited to do it with you, to give it to you, to support you and assist you in it. For Womb Alchemy, we also have a private Facebook group that the ladies are in from the last cycle we did last summer. It's time to go deeper. It's time to do better. It's time to be able to truly manifest. It is time to be able to truly heal and transform. It is time to not continue living, thinking, and acting the same way, even though you know that there's better out there for you. It is time for you to truly live as the goddess, as the divine being, as the sacred being that you are, and to live from that place unapologetically. Right? So y'all check out Womb Alchemy. The link is in my description, y'all. If you are ready to just like explode, that's funny because I said explode, and exploding pleasure, sexual pleasure, all of that has to do with Womb Alchemy too. We're going to get into it, right? But if you are ready to fully just live the life that you know you deserve and the life that you desire, join me on Womb Alchemy. I'm excited for the build. I love y'all. I don't know when I'll be back on live. Make sure y'all are on Instagram, y'all, because I'll be posting different stuff on Instagram for my YouTube family. Instagram family, make sure y'all are connected on YouTube because I'll be posting different stuff there. I love you. I appreciate the love. One Miss Loving Life, I saw that donation. Shout out to you, sis. I appreciate it. I missed you. I ain't seen you in a while, but maybe that's my fault. Okay? But y'all have a great, great, great rest of the day, and I'll talk to you later. Peace.